Hi guys, Debbie here. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back, and welcome to the next video in Debbie Does December. Today we're going to be doing a little eye look that would be suitable for Christmas. Not too out there, not too much colour, but a little bit of festive colour in it. I think you're going to like it. I'm going to be using one of the new gel liners from Lethal Cosmetics. This one's in the shade Q, which is the red one. I bought two of those, so I'm going to show you those. I'm going to create an eye look with that being the focus. If you guys have not been here before, I really enjoy doing a wing, and so I just thought a wing with that and maybe just some sparkly shadow could look pretty for Christmas and not be too complicated or require too many products to achieve. So if you're interested to see me create this festive little look, then please keep on watching. Okay guys, I've scooched you in so that you can see what I'm doing. I've already done my lips today because I knew I wanted a red lip, and I've gone in with Extra Saucy from Dose of Colours. It's a little bit more of a blue base, kind of a bit deeper red, which I think will go great with the liner that I'm going to use. As I say, I bought the shade Q, which is this one. And that's what that looks like. So a blood red, and that's the one I'm going to use today. I also bought Phase, which is the purpley one. I had four in the collection. There was like a teal colour and a mustard colour. And I already have a mustard one from Melt, so I didn't get the mustard one. And I just don't know why I didn't get the teal one. I think it's very similar to another one I've got from Lethal, so I decided I didn't need that. But that's the Phase shade, so almost a black and burgundy kind of shade. Super beautiful. As I say, this is the one that I'm going to use. If you're not aware of Lethal, they're a German indie brand. They have single shadows, but that you can make into palettes. They have pre-made palettes. I've got like a palette designer that you can choose whatever shades of eyeshadow you want, but now you can also combine them with blush and highlight and bronzer to make your own palette. But this is my favourite product that they do. They do liquid lipsticks, they do normal lipsticks, but these gel liners, there's just something incredible about them, and I love, as I say, a wing. So we're going to be using that. Also today we're going to be using a McGrath palette. I bought the 3 Blitz Astral pods from last year. This one is the one that comes in the packaging like this. It's the iconic Illumination, and specifically we're going to be using this shade here because it's super glittery, and that's what I want. I don't want too much shadow on my eyes. I want the wing to be the focus. So we can use that. If you don't have that, any sort of glittery shadow that's not got too much base pigments, like a glittery topper, would be perfect. There's one in the Linda Hallberg Metallic Mysteries too, if you have that. This shade Collision. They did a liquid version of this, and they've got the powder shadow in this palette. This is a bomb Christmas palette actually, but I just wanted to use my new McGrath one, so that's what we're going to do today. First of all though, we need to prime with the MAC Painterly Paint Pot. That's my favourite. Any primer that covers the redness and veins on your eyes, but this one just suits me colour wise. I'm just really using this just to, as I say, just cancel everything out and give myself a blank canvas rather than to prime for shadows. And then I'm going to go in with just a little bit of shadow definition in my crease. You could use bronzer for this in all honesty, but just decided I wanted to use my Desi and Katy Friendcation palette from Dose of Colours. Just good to get some use from some older things really. And probably going to use a mix of these two shades. As I say, I just want a little bit of bronze definition in my crease. I'm just taking that inner to outer. That's probably a bit deeper than I actually wanted to go. That's fine, we'll blend that out. Just going to take that kind of winged out just a little bit because we're going to be doing a wing. Just going to dampen that down with the more cream shade just to lighten that off just a tad. So I went in a little bit heavier than I intended. On how pigmented these shadows are, and on a unset base, which is my favourite way to do my base, everything sticks and looks more pigmented anyway. So as I say, this look is not about the eyeshadow anyway, it's just more just to give my eyes a little bit of shape. Okay, we're going to go in with the wing next, and then we're going to do the glittery shadow on the lids last. So the shade, as I say, I'm using is Q. I'm going to go in with the Sigma EO6 wing liner brush, and the reason I use this one is because it's got a very, very fine tip to it. So I'm going to create the wing with that, but then I'll probably use something else to fill it in. These gel liners are quite emollient anyway, but always when you first get them they're the best because they're not dried at all. So as I say, it's going to be a fairly big wing, and I'm bringing it out using the corner of my eye as like the guideline, as if I was sort of going from my lower lashes and up. So that's the angle I want to take. But I think doing a wing is very much preference to your own eye shape really. Now for me, because I've got so many wrinkles in my eyes, I do need to hold my lid down, and then I tend to take it about the centre and then join it up. And then when my eyes are open, that's when I start messing with kind of the line of it and trying to figure out if you can see it as almost like a straight line of a wing with my eye open. And because you can't at the moment, I need to go higher. Hope that makes sense. So it looks quite big and crazy, but then I'll join it up here. It's difficult to show you with my hand in the way. This colour is the Red Wing liner of my dreams. It's been very hard to find a good red wing liner. So I'm just finessing the shape just a little bit. It doesn't have to be perfect though. Mine never are perfect. If you've got the kind of age of eyes that I have, little strokes are better than like one big stroke. So if you see people of 20 say doing a wing like this, they'll drag the shape, they'll pull the wing out and then they'll drag it back that way. If I do that, all the skin on my lids will bunch up and I'll get this jagged line. So that's why I pull my lid down to make a bit of a flatter base, and I pull it that way because it's smoother, and that's one of my little secrets. So then we can just fill it in. In fact, this brush is doing a reasonable job to fill it in as well. So that's that eye done. I'm just going to whiz through the other eye, just speed it up so you can see the process again, but I'm not going to talk over it. And then we can move on to the next stage. I think I'm going to take the wing just slightly into the corner, or the liner. At the moment we've got a gap there. I'm going to have to be very, very careful I don't go too heavy there. Yeah, I think that looks better, just to completely finish it. So that's the wings to this point. The biggest problem I have with wings is getting them even on both sides. So this eye never seems to want to look quite the same as this eye. I've got less wrinkles on this eye for some reason, but well, it is what it is and we work with it. So now I just want some glitter and sparkle over the bit of the wing that's on my eye and just over my eyelid. So this is why I did the liner first. Nyx Glitter Primer is your best friend for these sort of shadows if you don't want glitter to fall out all over your face. I mean, it is Christmas, so it doesn't matter too much, but I don't really mind that little bit of sparkle. These are micro sparkles, but it will make it last a lot longer. So I'm just going to pounce a bit of that just over my lid area and over where we did the red wing, but I'm not going to be taking the sparkle up the wing as such, just on the lower part of it. and on my lid. If you didn't want to do this look with a bright red wing, then obviously you could use black or even brown or green, whatever colour you have. Just thought red would be really nice for Christmas. So with this glitter primer, I'm not intending to make a cut crease with it or anything, so I'm just pouncing it on. It's just to give me something tacky for that glittery shade. Okay, so then we're going in with this shade here, and I'm just going to press that on top. And if you've been here before, you'll know I don't like pressed glitter, but these sort of micro fine glittery shadows I'm all about. I love them. As I say, I'm not going to take the glitter up the wing, so I'm just putting it where the glitter primer went before. Okay, for my lower lash line, I don't want to go too crazy with the lower lash line, so I'm going to use Grey Core by Linda Hallberg. You could use a black pencil or a brown, but I'm wearing a grey top. I just thought it might kind of blend in a little bit more and be a little bit softer. So I'm going to put that in my waterline and onto my lower lash line because I'm going to smudge it out. The thing with these pencils is you have to work really quick, so I'm using a Linda Hallberg 303, which is the best smudging brush I own for pencil smudging, and just smudge that to just create a bit of a grey smoke on the lower lash line. I'm kind of meeting up with that wing in the corner, so you've got a bit of flow going on there, a bit of connection to that wing. So it's way less harsh than black. In the old days I used to do a black liner in my waterline and not smudge it out at all, and it used to look very harsh indeed, but that's how we did it. But I've learnt what flatters me more now. Again, just going to smudge that one out. I often do really grungy looks where I'm taking the lower lash line almost down to my cheekbones, but we're not doing that today. This is just to create some smoke there. For my inner corners, I'm going to try this shade. I don't know what it's going to be like, but I'm going to give it a go. Yeah, that's quite pretty, and it adds a little something, so just wrapping that around my inner corner and just slightly onto the lower lash line there. It's a bit less glittery and more of a shimmer shade, so it's not going to have too much fall down. Just gives us that little glint of gold in the inner corner there. If you're wondering about the brush that I use for that as well, this one's a great little brush. It's the Inner Corner Shader E46 from Sigma. It's quite pointy and small, and it really gets into that inner corner really, really well. I use a combination of brushes, but I've got favourites for certain things. Right, so that's the eyes, super simple. Just going to put some mascara on and the look will be complete. The mascara I'm just going in with Bad Girl Bang from Benefit. I don't curl my lashes because I'm terrified of eyelash curlers and pinching my eyelids. I've got such sensitive eyes that I just can't. So what I try and do is push my lashes up with this wand just to kind of get them to curl a little bit. And I always coat the back of my lashes as well. That's something I've always done. Stems from taking pictures of makeup, because if you close your eyes and you don't have mascara on the back of your lashes and you don't wear false lashes, it looks a bit strange. This look today, I really want my eyes to look like doll eyes, so I'm doing 2 or 3 coats of mascara, and I've done my bottom lashes as well. And there we have it, guys. That's the finished look. So super simple. You need a little bit of skill with a wing liner, but hopefully I've showed it in enough detail that you can see how I achieve it on my eyes. As I say, my top tips for doing it are a really light hand and light tiny strokes. So don't try and do the whole thing in one go if you've got eyes that are my age. if you've got eyelids that are 20 years old, just go for it, you know, but for me, I find that works. And as I say, don't follow the things that you see a 20-year-old doing, where they pull out their wing and then they draw it backwards. It'll end up like a jagged little line and it will be really difficult to correct. I've tried. So definitely it works to pull your eyelid down, give yourself a smooth surface. Don't pull on your eyelid. Obviously you don't want to be causing yourself more wrinkles, but just close your eyes, keep a steady hand, and look up as well, because your eyes are always more stretched out if you're looking up a little bit, which is why it's so difficult to do it on camera and show it. I perhaps would do it totally differently if I wasn't trying to show it, but yeah. And then just take it from the middle, connect it to the wing on the side, fill it in, and then just a tiny line to connect it into the corner of your eye, and then you're done. And it's really quite easy. I think it's easier with liquid because it's more fluid, obviously, and so it glides over your eyes easily. But these liners from Lethal are game changers. They are really, really good. They're pretty glidey anyway when you first get them, but as they age, I mean, I've got the ones from the summer and they're 6-7 months old. They're not quite so loose a formula now, but a couple of drops of Inglot Duraline, this will be your favourite thing if you ever buy this. It really helps to make it a looser formula and be able to use it again. And it's pretty inexpensive. I would always have one of these in my kit. So hope you've enjoyed watching the look come together. As I say, it's the sort of one you could wear on Christmas Day and not really scare anyone. You know, it's not too out there. It's even kind of office party appropriate. I think if we were doing that, you might be doing a Zoom call and a distancing kind of party with your family maybe. It's perfect for that, I think. So hope you enjoyed seeing it come together. And if you're new here from my collab with Annette, I hope you enjoyed seeing my first tutorial. That's probably the first one you will have seen, unless you've gone back in some of my past ones. So hope that was fun to see, and just welcome so much to my channel. I know I got about 80 of you join me yesterday from that, so just so happy to have you here. But thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you're keeping safe and well and getting excited for Christmas as I am. And I hope you're having a lovely day or night wherever you are. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.